and the reigning Super Bowl champs on Thursday night primetime.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Baltimore Ravens and the Washington Commanders. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
Jackson looking to throw right away. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now it's Jackson. He gets it underneath to Hall. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation. Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you? No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right? Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up. They start the drive with Jennings. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards.
Looking to throw. Russell. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there, and you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds. on first down. Rutherford. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
To throw on second down. Russell. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion.
That's a gain of 3. It's third.
From the gun on third down. Russell to the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. And even 50 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll get this one complete to Winslow. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now it's Jennings. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are on the board here first in the season opener. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. From the 6. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Hall again on 2nd down. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Jackson now. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Russell. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. On 2nd down. Rutherford. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
Here's Jennings. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Up the middle they go. Rutherford. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. Operating from the gun. Russell. Throw left side complete. That's Walters. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Rutherford able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. On 3rd down, Rutherford. And this time he is in. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. That time a 9-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Take it in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Well, fingers crossed here, first quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They go play action with Jackson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Chase Young now with his 2nd sack here on opening night. Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to McLeod. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. Here's Jordan Stout now. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Russell. And he fires one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Russell. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Russell. He finds his man, complete. It's Griffith. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll run on 1st down. Rutherford. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
The throw over the middle taken in, and the tackle going to be made at the 38. Second and 10. They'll look to throw again. And the catch made by Walters. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 28. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. He will find Winslow. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. On the draw, here's Jennings. Then he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Russell. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Walters. Touchdown! A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
A try here for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson. Throw left side, complete to McLeod. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. On 3rd down, Jackson. Able to complete this one to McLeod. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in Week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. He'll get this to about the 38. Hall again on 2nd down. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, he's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. Rutherford. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Russell. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's McLeod on the return. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
On first down, right back to Hall. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 23. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw caught by Higgins. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal from very short range.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Russell. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Up the middle they go. Rutherford, and he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Washington going to send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jackson got an open man. It's McLeod. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. On 2nd and 10, Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night.
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Washington offense ready to go to begin the 3rd quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun, Russell. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews.
And he will have a Ravens first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I got to say, I was a little surprised to see Charles come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, Jackson.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of this caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Jackson from the shotgun. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Ravens send their punter out now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They begin the drive with Jennings on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a handoff up the middle. Rutherford, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. From the gun on 3rd down. Russell, hard throw, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Washington going to send out their punter.
Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now it's Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Rashad Bateman, 56 yards. And the Ravens are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Tucker with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
On 1st and 10, Russell. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Off play action, Russell. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. On 3rd and 2, Russell. And he comes back with one complete.
And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Back to throw again. And Winslow brings it in over the middle.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
On 2nd down now. Rutherford looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Russell, he's going to go up top for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
And now here come the Ravens.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
The Ravens send their punter out now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman,
It seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. McLeod to return it. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Throwing on 1st down. Russell. Wide open receiver complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Washington. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
And 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Jackson.
This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down.
Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
It's showtime.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. To throw again on second down. Jackson. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. They'll run with Hall.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no game that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a fourth down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. But here we go on the next drive for Washington.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Rutherford. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. To throw on third down. Russell. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Washington going to send out their punter
as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, able to avoid him. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
They'll give to Hall. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Throwing on second down, Jackson.
This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
On third down, Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the gun, it's Jackson.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
Now Jackson. And that will be incomplete. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. On second down, Rutherford. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On 1st down, Rutherford. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They'll keep it on the ground. Rutherford. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Up the middle they go. Rutherford. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So Lamar Jackson in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:45 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Throwing, Jackson.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. On second down now, Rutherford. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, partner, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I can ever remember. And this is just game 1 of many to come sitting next to you. Really looking forward to it.
As am I. Great to be back in booth with you for another season. Great to get this year underway. You and I both know interesting is going to be the word. An extra week now as part of that newer 17-game season. What a fun opener tonight. We know the better games are still on their way, but I'm glad that we got started.
So for Washington,
they begin the new campaign with a